Hey everybody, this is Brooks. If you might have noticed, before last week's episode, we actually missed a week. Yeah, we're super sorry about that. The reason behind that was actually we recorded an episode talking about E3 and all that stuff, and it actually kind of, on the technical side, got a little fucked up, and so we just didn't have anything to put out. What you're listening to now is actually that episode, so I know that we've lost a bit in terms of the timeliness of it, but hopefully we still make up for it with some good comedy. So enjoy. So Liam, it's time for your intro words with our new setup.
Yeah.
Check.
Which I never remember. All right.
Yeah. Oh, I thought we were gonna go with the beat.
No.
Okay, no, you're just gonna say it
No.
regularly.
We're just gonna do it normally.
That's
all
fine.
right.
That's fine.
You know, Zach, put the mic down. It'll just make me feel better. Just put the mic on the table. Yeah, put it on the table. On
close
the
my
table.
mouth?
On the table.
It's even worse
On the-
now.
on the table.
It's
Yeah,
even
you're
worse
kinda
because it smells
ruining
like cat
The
pee.
closer it
on
gets
the
to your
table.
gross mouth, the worse that it gets.
I'm afraid he's gonna ruin the intro. That's what I'm
won't.
saying. Okay. right.
He has that power now. We've made a horrible mistake.
But just for today. Just for today.
Just this once.
Yeah.
When listening to our show, keep this in mind. Our story does not make sense. Our time is not valuable. Our friends lost interest. And above all, why should we care when you clearly don't?
Okay.
I can just hear like the noise of his jaw.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
That's what I mean when I say gross mouth. Like, it's sort of like when like singers in certain songs you can
Hold
hear
on.
that.
Real quick before we do the second part of the intro.
Yeah?
I'm just really excited I have this mic right now, so I want to do something real quick.
Okay.
And I just want to go,
Thank you so much.
how am I the one that has the most cancer?
so there's that.
You're so cool. You are the coolest guy that I know.
Turn it on and
Audio
off.
boy.
All right. Welcome to the Brooks and Zach 100 Years Podcast. This is a show about talking, where each and every episode we bring in new topics to discuss until we've covered I'm doing the fucking intro! I'm reading the goddamn intro!
cool
Get the
Vernon.
fuck out of here!
That's why I turned around
Get
and
the
beelined it right
Get the
toward here.
fuck out of
Yo,
here,
hey,
Rachel!
Brooks, get off the couch. Give her the microphone. Be on our show.
What's that?
Rachel, leave.
I like your hair.
Thank you. You want to feel it? It's super soft. Go ahead. You guys can feel it too.
Like-
Felt it multiple
All
times.
right.
Wow.
Hey, Brooks, have you felt it yet?
It's an interesting texture.
Yeah, it's because I use argan oil. Proclaim.
Oh, wow.
Sponsored.
Sweet.
Argan Oil is not a sponsor of
They-
this.
they are.
Are you paid?
I would love to be paid by argan oil.
But if we do say Squarespace enough, we'll eventually get a
Eventually,
sponsor.
they'll just email us and
Just-
be like, hey, here's some money.
That's exactly
This
how that
microphone
works.
We
smells
heard
like
you
cat
said our
pee.
name.
Oh, are you really doing it now?
Yes.
That's why you have microphones?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's a professional setup now.
I told you I was doing the intro.
All right.
My cooler version of Brooks.
Oh, bye.
Right, though?
I mean, you're not wrong. So, hi, my name is Brooks Vernon. I'm the host of this here show. The guy who we felt his hair a second ago, that is Zachary Teal.
I'm still down to be sponsored by Proclaim and their argan oil.
Yes. We're joined,
I actually think they went out of business.
possibly. I have no idea who you're talking about, so that's
Well, then
very
how
on
do
the
you-
table.
Wait, if they're not out of business, how do you use their product?
Oh, it's expired.
Oh.
Yeah, like you
Oh.
know how normal gel is just like a nice cream.
Yeah.
This one you kind of have to scrape off the top layer to get to the cream beneath.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Zach and I are
It
joined.
works.
Zach and I are
you
joined
sure?
by our frequent co-hosts, Josh Yaskovich
Hello.
over there, and then Liam Wallace over there.
Yeah.
I'm doing things on my computer. That's all I'm doing. I'm not really doing anything. I'm not paying attention at all.
Doing kings on my computer.
So I was thinking the other day, you know how, like, you guys originally talked about how Josh was the sidekick to you guys? Like, he was your fucking Andy.
He was like, he was the Andy Richter to
Yeah.
our Conan.
So I figured me and him both need to be a sidekick to one of you two.
Dibs on
I
the-
call Zach!
I call Yaskovich.
Ugh.
I was gonna say it's
Now
up to
this is
them.
just really
it's up to the
awkward.
host.
Because I really wanted Liam.
All right, fine. Fuck it. I'll take Brooks, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Fuck you, I guess. I guess this is the cruel game that we're playing. Just playing a cruel game with Brooks's heart. I guess that's what the theme of this episode
Are we
is.
still cool?
Yeah, we're still cool.
Oh, yes.
But if you ever double cross me, I will fucking kill you.
I believe you.
Turns out he's my sidekick the entire time. Boom!
Oh.
Don't go home tonight. I'll take you home.
Oh. What? Ew, I licked my
Wait, what?
microphone.
Huh?
You said don't go home, and then you said I'll take you home.
To Paradise City.
The
grass is green
and
and
the
girls
girls
are
are pretty.
See, I never really thought about the dynamic because when we first started, Zach was very much my sidekick, at least in terms of the pod. Not in real life.
Yeah,
not in real life.
But in terms of the podcast.
In terms
yeah.
of the podcast, considering I did all the work, then
me-
it was you to me.
Yeah, can I just give a real life story of what happened that I think would make you my sidekick? In real life, the sidekick dynamic is very much...
I feel like we don't have a sidekick dynamic, but I feel like you're about to impose one on
Yeah,
us
so...
using anecdotal evidence.
Yeah, no, so...
go ahead.
When Brooks and I got an Uber to take us to the airport, the guy comes by, he introduces himself, and I go, hey, my name's Zach,
I know.
and, we get in the car, we're driving for a little bit, and I do the polite thing, and I ask, a couple introductory questions, like, oh, so how long have you been here? He's like, well, where are you guys going? I'm like, we're going back up to Maryland. And it takes me, about 5 minutes of having a conversation with this guy before I realize the only conversation cues Brooks is committed to this is going, yeah. Yeah.
I'm all right.
That's like, I have nothing to give, but I want to be a part of the conversation.
And I kept running out of questions, and I would look to Brooks going, all right, Brooks, you take over.
So, Zach, the whole thing was I was trying to lead us to a point of where, he would be quiet and we can just have a normal conversation between the two of us, which is what happened because he was cool.
This is so disingenuous now.
Yeah.
There was a technical difficulty
Yeah,
problem on my end.
Josh fucked up and we had to restart and
Now
retell
we have
this
to
story.
pretend like we don't know each other's
Well, hold
stories.
on.
What is this horse shit?
Let me just tell it a little bit differently then.
All right.
I can add another creative
All right.
twist to it. So we get onto the plane, right? And it's going downhill fast.
It was September 11th, by the way.
I mean, to be fair, when the plane did touch down on our way back to...
It was a much rougher landing than
Yeah,
either of us were expecting.
you know how normally when planes land, it's like a nice glide down and you can feel it and then
it
slides?
has the
Yeah,
landing.
this time it was and I'm like, oh, fuck
And
it.
it was shaking on the way down as it...
And we're just like, huh, neat. I heard a baby crying, and I went, of fucking course.
I got very
that
tense.
guy.
No,
Don't
be
be
that
that
guy.
guy that's worried
Be that
about the
guy.
baby crying. There's always going to be a baby crying. Don't be a bitch.
What do you mean worried about it? I
Babies-
wanted it dead.
Babies got to travel too, motherfucker.
Why?
And they don't know how to pop their ears.
They have, carry-ons.
How come
Maybe
How come
put it
the
up
parents don't get a fucking sitter for a week? Right?
What if they're moving?
I don't care. What do they do what I say, Liam?
Liam, it's called a kennel.
Called euthanasia.
I like. Oh fuck.
God damn. I hate everything about this boiler.
We can still go. Whatever. Who cares? It's a new show.
I care.
It's directed by J.B. Yaskovich, so who cares about the quality?
I mean, this one isn't so far. We've been going pretty far downhill, haven't we, Chief?
We
I
have.
mean, well, how far are we in it right now?
We've got good 15 minutes. We've recorded.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, we can keep going.
I believe you.
I mean, I can't hear the noise on my microphone because my microphone's the farthest away.
Man accused of ejaculating in his boss's coffee every day for 4 years.
That's the man I aspire to be.
Level 100. How does one get accused of that?
doing it?
Hey,
No, but for 4
you're
years.
jerking off in my coffee.
But for 4
there
years.
you go.
How do they know it goes that far back?
For the first day in 4 years, the
a good
dude
question.
wasn't there, and he always got his boss's coffee. So when his boss got his coffee, he was like, "Wait, This is a little less salty than it's been for the past 4 years.
The consistency is a lot more just liquid instead of weird.
And then the dude comes back, right?
I get it.
Yeah, and then he like brings the coffee to his boss, and his boss is like, "Hey, Johnson, I've never asked you."
Good name.
Hey, Rich, come over here.
I've never asked you before, but like, what do you put in my coffee to make it so perfect? And he goes, "I come in it every day for 4 years."
No, he didn't. That would be man confessed to doing that, not man accused of doing that. For all we know, it's never even happened.
Oh, fine. Somebody else brings the coffee. He's like, "Hey, the guy that makes my coffee, what does he do every morning to make it so perfect?" He goes, "I watch him come in it every 4 years."
No, that is man witnessed coming into coffee.
But now he's accusing it.
Okay, there's security footage of him jerking off.
Man proven to jerk off into coffee.
Did it go to the court? Did it go to a court of law?
It's on
Go to
fucking
court of law.
video.
Did they have Sabbath?
It didn't go. It wasn't said by a judge, so it wasn't
okay,
proven.
All right. What fucking route would the defense attorney do in that situation?
No, it doesn't
would
matter.
he be like, "Yes, my client was caught stroking, but there is no proof that he came."
It doesn't matter because it hasn't gotten to the court yet. Like that, I'm sure is on
That doesn't
recording
mean
this.
it
By
didn't-
the way,
Okay, good. Keep it going.
like I'm sure
That doesn't
I'm sure
mean
that's a
it
good
did-
thing, but like it hasn't.
That doesn't mean
happened
it
yet.
didn't fucking happen just because it didn't go to court.
Shut the fuck up. Look, I'm just trying to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. Like, maybe the cum in the coffee was a good thing.
What?
Why?
Because maybe it tasted good to the boss.
Have you ever had something salty with coffee? It doesn't really mix.
Yeah, what do you fucking the fucking cookie things? The fuck, you know what I'm talking
I
about?
know exactly what you're talking
What
about.
is,
It's like a coffee cookie.
I want to say brisket. That's not it.
It's in like a
Biscotti?
Italian flag. Biscotti. Yeah.
Okay, Liam, I know what you're going for. I know the angle you're trying to approach this from, but I just gotta say that if I was a coffee drinker, I had someone bring me my coffee, and I found out that they just would pour salt from like a salt shaker into the coffee, I would be upset because I'm like, why are you doing this? You know, why you do this? I didn't ask for this.
Does it taste
much
good?
less fucking jerk off into it?
Maybe the guy that was jerking off in it was so much more open-minded than the rest of us that cum is just an ingredient.
I know, Liam.
I mean, it really
Liam,
is. It's an ingredient to life.
Liam and Zach, both of you, I know you're trying to find the new angle to this. I know you're trying to really approach this.
Brooks,
I know
I think
you're
I
trying
got
to.
something, you know?
I know you're trying to approach this in the way that no one's really looked at it. But I'm telling you, man, he just fucking jerked off into his drink.
His boss is just a fucking prude, man.
But, hold on, hasn't he gotten away with it for like 40 years?
4 years.
4. Oh, I thought it was 40. I was like,
You fucking idiot.
Guys,
I started coming in this coffee every day since I was 20. Now it's time for me to retire. Boss.
I have been sitting on this for 40 goddamn years. You can't. It's
I have tenure.
The feeling of admitting to you, my coworkers, that I have been doing this is better than the feeling of coming those.
I've been
starting to hurt.
Come for 40 years.
hey guys,
Ejaculating became part of my fucking job.
I want you to know that I spoke to one of our salespeople. We got the rights. We got the rights to Kuko, cum coffee.
And that's Zach's joke for the
Is
show.
that our advert now? We have an advert?
Yeah, we have
cum coffee?
Kuko coffee.
That's our fucking sponsor.
I drink it.
I say we
He
keep
drinks
it.
He drinks it, and he drinks it.
My
Kuko
one.
cum coffee. That
Kuko
extra
cum.
salty for that extra life.
Extra salty for your extra sweet morning.
My one regret is that because
cum
we
in the
started.
coffee.
Well, yes, that is my main regret. My secondary regret is that a lot of that audio is not going to be great sounding because we have to keep that bit now because it's great. But we started it while the boiler was still going.
That's one of the mini-sodes. There we go.
No,
I
it's
mean,
part of the episode.
Sleepy Cabin Secret.
Don't try to turn this into a mini.
You know what
This is
I'm
a
talking
full
about.
episode. God damn it!
All right.
Brooks,
At the
you're
beginning-
you're at like an 8. I need you like at about 5.
I was reminded of the sad feelings I had during Florida, and now I've gone back to an 8.
It's good. It's real. It's wrong.
What were you saying,
I
Liam?
guess I'll find some more shit on Reddit that we can yell at each other
We were
about.
talking.
We can yell at each other about.
I think we still did not get a chance to talk about the story of the guy on the plane.
That's
No.
right, we didn't.
We didn't.
We hiccups on that again.
At this point, no matter what the story is, it's not going to be as good as Kuko Coffee.
Kuko Coffee, yes.
The point is, what happened on the plane was I was stuck between Brooks and a guy who wouldn't stop spitting as he was talking. Brooks did nothing to help me out. He only put in his headphones and listened to a podcast as I endured and socialized.
Yeah, it was great.
Were you at least listening to your
Endured
own
and
show?
socialized.
Yeah.
What are you, fucking 12-year-old angst lord?
I hate socializing.
Yeah, you are. Okay.
Look, okay.
Look at me, Liam. Do you think I'm good at it? Look at my hair.
That's your own doing.
Yeah. So I don't have to socialize as much.
So people, if
Liam,
people don't
I
know,
f-
he dyed his hair
right,
blonde
Colleen.
again.
Bleached.
Bleached. He bleached it.
It does not come out.
No, it will not. It never will.
I might just shave my head completely bald after this again.
Okay.
You usually do.
Yeah. I mean like
You've
bald
done
boy.
it. You've done it once
done it
before, and I
once.
feel like that's the start of a tradition now.
You need to shave your eyebrows off. Is what you need. to do.
No.
But Liam,
Yes, do
I
it.
feel like you don't have to be like a middle school edgelord to not want to talk to strangers like on a plane or like a bus or something.
Yeah, I know. I'm just giving Zach a hard time.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the guy who shot John Lennon didn't talk to people.
What?
I'm backing you up.
I like how like we
He's a
can
pretty good guy.
we can do a bit, and then Josh just has to like take it to a very specific place.
Yeah,
it's the same place each time.
I gotta bring it down and make it real dark and real sad. And that's
Yeah.
the show.
All right. So, I have like a thing that we can talk about concerning recent events. We have our now annual segment of the show called. Hang on, where'd I put the note? Here it is.
It's doing a real
It's called
bang job.
You, Me, and E3, where we can talk about the E3 games
Oh, I'm down for that.
that happen. I like
no
t-
fucking clue of anything that
Hold
happened at E3.
Well,
Oh, cool.
today I was looking through. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna look at all the announcements for E3. I'm gonna just make a note of all the ones that I care even slightly about or that I'm aware of. And through this process, I learned that I am a lot more out of touch with the modern games industry than I previously believed that I was, because I looked at it and did not give a shit for quite a few things. But there are some things that I did give a slight shit about or have like things to say. So I think we can do that.
What game are we talking about first?
All right. The first one, which was the first one that I really noticed, because we watched E3 while we were down in Florida
Right.
a bit. The first one was Dragon Ball Fighter Z or Dragon Ball Fighters. One of those two. The way that's formatted is that there's no space between the word fighter and the letter Z.
But
which
it's
is
a capital Z,
It's
right?
a capital Z because it's its own
the
thing.
brand.
Yeah, it's on brand. So they're already like off to a good start. This band
Bandai.
Namco Bandai. I was mixing up the letters. Namco Bandai. They're off to a good start with the brand.
The thing about that game is everybody first saw the Marvel Capcom Unlimited Fighter game that came out.
The thing, yeah, that was also at
Yeah,
E3.
everybody's like, "Oh yeah, this. I mean, it looks pretty all right." And
Yeah,
then
it looks fine.
And then Fighters came out, and everybody's flipping shit because like, "Oh god, all the animation for this looks like frame by frame perfection."
I don't know anything about that game whatsoever.
It's fine. You don't have to.
Yeah, you can
It's
let
just
us
it's just
talk for
it's just a
minute.
fighting game.
Can
Yeah.
I
No,
go,
it's-
when you after you get like down 5 of them, can I bring up a rant that I think some people might agree with? Or
Well, we
whatever?
can. Is it the Alien Covenant thing?
No, it's about video game commercials and ads.
Well, like when we get towards the end of
and a lot of things at E3.
Yeah, just remember.
just try
remember.
to
I'll
let
never
it
forget.
let it happen organically. You know,
Okay.
we'll cut out this bit. You know,
Okay,
yeah,
thanks.
yeah.
I'll-
So you can come in like and have
Okay.
it feel more natural.
You learn nothing from our Lord Mark Maron.
Who's
You
Mark
don't
Maron?
fucking plan, man. You just let shit happen.
all right, then can I let it happen now?
Fuck you.
Next game,
So
Brooks.
yeah, well, I was just gonna say I'm excited because like all I've wanted for a while is another goddamn 2D Dragon Ball Z game,
Never
and
been a
not
fan
like,
of
some
2D.
of that Xenoverse.
I like
shit.
the Xenoverse shit
I
was
en-
fun.
I enjoyed Xenoverse, but I was itching for that. It's just a fighting game. I just want a fighting game.
That's
where
what
I
Mortal
can
Kombat's for.
It can also
But
be
it's
what
not
this
Dragon
new
Ball Z.
Dragon Ball Z game is for.
No,
Mortal Kombat doesn't feature the Gokus.
it could.
I mean,
Pay that DLC, son.
yeah, it could if I wanted to buy like a bunch of DLC.
The DLC for Mortal Kombat is some of the only I'll buy because like being able to play as a Xenomorph is fucking sick, dude.
I liked when they did the DLC with Freddy Krueger, and because I was able to say I can now play as Mortal Kombat's first ever official pedophile character.
Probably
That is
not.
true.
Like those characters have some fucked up backstories.
Yeah, but none of them were like kid diddlers. I don't
Yeah.
think.
Probably.
I could see
Kid
Johnny
diddlers
Cage being
and
a kid
kid
diddler.
Johnny
Cage was probably.
Yeah, he
I don't
probably.
like Johnny Cage.
I don't think
Fuck
he
Johnny Cage.
intentionally became a kid diddler, but like a 15-year-old came up to him one time. He's like, "Yeah, you're 18, right?" And she's like, "Yeah," and he's like, "All right."
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault.
They talked about this on my brother and me, but like fuck Johnny Cage because you know what his superpower like everyone has a superpower or like 4 arms in that game or some dope shit. Okay. Johnny Cage, he doesn't even have any like cool weapons or anything. He just fucking throws green gel like
What?
yeah, it's like some weird like his power up and power balls or whatever the fuck you want to call it. It's just like some weird green gel he throws at people.
Is it his hair gel? Is it his hair gel?
Probably, but it was stupid.
His only
Fuck Johnny
thing is
Cage.
that he just punches people in the nuts, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like that's,
And wears
Fuck Johnny Cage.
sunglasses.
Fuck Johnny Cage.
Okay.
I remember back when they made that that fucking Mortal Kombat live action like video, not the movies, but like like early
The machinima
2010s.
thing.
Yeah, the machinima thing. Johnny Cage got his head cut off in that, and I'm like, neat.
Yeah,
Good.
Yeah, it looks real nice. It was like one of the better fan-made things. What's the next game you want
The
to talk
next
about?
one, there's a new Pokemon game that's been announced.
That's all we know about
That's
it.
all we know.
They said, "Hey, we're gonna have another main Pokemon game for the
cool-
Switch. It's gonna be great.
Is it for the Switch?
Yeah, it's gonna be for the Switch. They said it's going to be another like main game.
Like a core like RPG style one
Yeah.
that the main games are
and I'm
like.
wondering what they'll be able to do with that since it's actually on a console.
Is it?
I don't
It'll
want it to go
probably
any further, honestly. I
It'll
think
probably be a lot like that Pokemon XD one with like the Dark Lugia. Do you remember that?
Pokemon
for GameCube?
Coliseum was the first one, and then it went
Yeah.
to Pokemon.
Yeah.
I would like another one of those.
if
that
it
was a
look-
lot of
If
fun.
it looked like Pokemon Coliseum, that'd be cool as shit.
Yeah.
That'd
But
be
like, I like the travel. I like the travel where you're just like the third person looking down on like a little
Little guy.
Right, like
hat with feet,
like a
Just walking
classic RPG type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be fine with that if they just had like what is it, like how there's the Pokemon of Me or whatever thing, like how you could look at your Pokemon, they have like the full rendering of it, but you can just do a lot of stuff with
Give
it.
them little pets
You're
and,
like,
and
yeah,
muffins.
yeah, eat the fucking muffin. Anyway,
Yeah, that's
What were
pretty
they? There were
aggressive.
Zach
beans in the
loves
last
Pokemon.
one.
Yeah.
Poke beans.
yeah, Pokebeans.
You know,
And you would give them a rainbow one, and they'd fucking come in their pants and be like, "You're my favorite man ever." And you'd be like, "Yeah, I am.
Yeah, I am. Thank you. Thank you for that.
I'm your lord.
Speaking
Go fight."
I choose if you live or die.
Speaking of that, just recently I just marathon Griffin McElroy's Nuzlocke run of
Isn't it
Pokemon
so
Y.
good?
It's so great.
Still haven't seen that at all. I feel
It's-
so bad.
it's-
Yaskovich, I'd like to do a Nuzlocke run with you.
Like all my life.
Yes.
One of
Like, if I die, I'm just dead.
my favorite parts of that whole thing is when he names that one fucking like rock dragon. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna name it something powerful. I'm gonna name it after my dad. And then you watch him type in my dad.
that was great. Yeah, I like that a lot.
I love Nuzlocke runs. They destroy me from the inside out.
Have you seen Griffins yet?
Yeah, I watched most of it, and then I was doing my own at the same time. Like, I don't know, I don't want to see a strategy. And then I got to the point where a lot of mine died, and I went, well, fuck.
Because
His
it's
strategy is don't fuck up.
it was really interesting watching it because like Griffin like knows a lot about Pokemon, so you see the side of him where like he's like planning out like the types and everything, and actually like trying to think through the best way to like get through it.
I got the opposite because I could tell he had like mapping opened on his computer the whole time he was playing.
Well, I don't mind that. Like,
Well, neither
yeah.
do I, but
Like even sometimes he said like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna Google what type this is." Like that's not what I mean. Like I don't mean like knowing it off the top of your head. Like,
But he was trying to.
yeah, but like seeing him try to strategize, like and like try to figure out the best way to go about doing it. I'm like, well,
And all the
this is-
extra handicaps he gave himself, too.
Yeah.
He was just like, I don't want to overlevel too much. I'm like, oh, you're gonna have a bad time, boy.
and like doing the trading off,
Yeah, the
like
wonder
he did.
trades.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Wonder trades are horseshit.
Yeah, they are.
There was the one part when he just kept like doing it to see if he would ever like even like possibly get something good. Never did. So yeah, so that there's a Pokemon game coming out. That's gonna be cool. The Shadow of the Colossus remake.
I was
I thought that was already out.
No.
no, it's like for PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
no.
they had
I thought that was already out.
they had a re-release.
I just don't care about it, to be honest.
They had a re-release of Ico and Shadow of the Colossus for PS3. It's somewhere over on that.
Yeah, it was
shelf over there.
just a re-release. It wasn't a remake, but
No.
Drunk Zach was watching E3 and the Shadow of the Colossus thing came on, and I lost my fucking shit.
You were.
Did I
Like
get
that.
You got
Like
me.
that. That's how he lost his shit.
Zach, you were freaking out.
Yeah.
I remember you were like really. Like,
Yeah, it was definitely more excitement because I was drunk. But thinking about it now, I'm like, that is still pretty fucking awesome. Because the original game was just breathtaking.
It's one of my favorite games.
The audio track and everything, I was just like, oh hell yeah! And then like at the end, when the thing happens, and you're like, I was the bad guy all along. Liam,
This is for the show. Just fuck off.
I
All right.
never played it, but I watched a Let's Play of it, and I think
Game
it
Grumps?
looks really
Yeah,
cool.
it was Game
I
Grumps.
know it was Game Grumps.
All right, but we got two. You good?
No, I'm fine. Are you good?
He's never.
We
played.
got two pirate games coming out. We got Skull and Bones, which is by the people who made the pirate Assassin's Creed game and everything.
So it's probably gonna suck.
Well, I enjoyed the ship combat.
What's the one that I saw that I was like, oh hey, if we got all the boys to play this, that'd be fun.
I think the one you were looking at was Sea of Thieves, which is
Yes.
the one that I think Rare is making. Like that's the cartoony one.
Yeah, the cartoony looking one was great because it looks like 4 to 8 boys.
Although I'm pretty sure that's exclusively Xbox.
I hope not.
Xbox One.
If it is, then fuck it.
I'm like 90% sure that's
Well,
true.
9 times out of 10, exclusive Xbox games kind of end up sucking.
They also port to PC.
Yeah, usually they go to PC.
Sea of
And
Thieves.
They had Sea of Thieves, yeah, and it has a very interesting idea of what a human being eating a banana is, as demonstrated by Griffin
I saw
McElroy,
that.
who was so upset with how the game portrayed eating a banana that he himself in real life had to show how fucked up that was by eating a banana the same way.
Sea of Thieves comes out for Xbox One and Microsoft Windows. So
Okay,
PC.
yeah, so we can just get that on PC and play it.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
I mean, once it gets discounted and stuff, because
Yeah.
I never play full price.
Nope. But for those who don't know, in the game, the way it shows you eating a banana to regain some health, the way the animation looks, it makes it look like the guy is the banana is unpeeled, not taking the peel off, and taking a bite stem first.
Oh.
Yeah. So when you see Griffin McElroy eat a banana like that, and you hear that beautiful crunch, it's just, which is what Nick and Griffin are calling it, like the beautiful crunch. It's something to behold. So yeah, so
I did that in high school once. I didn't eat it like stem first. I like just took it as at the side like an apple. It was
there's
awful.
some wires.
yeah. But I'm excited because like I've always kind of wanted like a really solid pirate game where you and a bunch of friends can be the crew of a ship and go around and do stuff.
Like what is it? Guns of Icarus.
Yeah, like Guns of Icarus.
That, but on an actual ship. Did you ever play Guns of Icarus, Liam?
No.
I like the concept of Guns of Icarus, but we never really got a bunch of people together to play it too often. So
It's also a dying game, I think.
Did you
Yeah,
see the commercial for the new Assassin's Creed, the Egypt one?
yeah, I did.
Fuck Assassin's Creed after Assassin's Creed 2. Like,
I love Assassin's Creed
I'm
2.
so
I liked Assassin's Creed.
like
too.
Ubisoft milked that shit the way fucking whoever does Call of Duty is milking that shit. It's
Right,
just
one a
dumb
year.
at this point.
Yeah. Well,
The only reason they didn't release one last year, I think, was because leave room for the movie, which I hear is fucking garbage.
Yeah, here's
Man,
horse shit.
it's almost like the people who keep releasing Pokemon once a year.
Well, that's the thing. Like, people rag on Pokemon for not really changing stuff up, but like if you really look at it, like mechanically, it's just so like solid that you really don't need to change up a lot. You just need to make refinements to it.
Did you see the new Pokemon games they just released that are coming out next year?
Which one?
Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
That's funny.
It's same exact game, but in a parallel universe.
That's even funnier.
so cool.
All right, so they're falling off the boat. But to be fair, Pokemon had
fucked
such a
up.
nice run for a while because like the stories were different In Call of Duty, it's always, oh my god, the Russians are gonna get us. Oh my god, guys, we gotta get the Russians. Oh, let's do it.
Shoot up an airport.
Shoot up an airport. Let's go to space.
What was that last part? Ah, okay, that was my
So
favorite
that
part.
was a great impression of the Call of Duty fan base
Yeah.
there.
You just need a Mountain Dew and a bomb.
Well, with Assassin's Creed, it's, oh, you're a dude in a different time that's related to another dude. You gotta kill some people that are kind of named like people from history. Ooh.
Well, the problem with Assassin's Creed and its story is that it just got so
Cool
fucking
threes.
convoluted
Yeah.
so quickly, that it's just like,
and now it's getting to the point
you.
where like the timeline is getting to where we have guns, so it'll just end up becoming
I
like.
did that in the second game.
Yeah, but you didn't. It
You
wasn't
had
like.
a gun in the second game. And even I was like, well, this is
But it
fucking
was like
stupid.
an arrow. It wasn't like a fucking gun in like if they were in like the 1920s or
Now
something.
it's just turning into the sniper game.
Yeah.
No, now they're in Egypt.
Yeah, and that's why I think it went backwards. So we could.
I do like how they
Shit.
it shows like a different timeline each time. I mean, I know that's not like much, but it's like for me, it's like looking at a GTA game.
No,
in a
I
different
like the
complete
story
time.
of Assassin's Creed.
no,
It's
I
cool.
like.
Surprised they haven't like done the easy one and went with Japan yet, because then they just do ninjas.
I'm sure they're saving that.
Yeah, right. They already have that game made. They're just
Yeah, they're waiting.
Yeah.
They're waiting for when like the sales figures are starting to dip.
They're
But-
ready for like I'm rich, but I want to be way richer right now. You know what I mean?
But the thing with
run
this-
it out of cocaine here.
the thing with Assassin's Creed is it had the first game, which had
The reason why I got so verschnicked at the last party I went to was mainly because I didn't have anyone to take care of. And that's a first for me going to a party. Usually there's someone that gets too drunk and I have to take care of them. This time, I'm not going to say it was me because I don't remember anyone taking care of me and I didn't blow chunks and I didn't feel bad. But I hit that perfect peak of horridness.
Oh,
Yeah. Like, I don't remember shit, but apparently I didn't do anything too
So-
bad.
So you had a great time, right?
Have you started recording yet?
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay, so I'll just cut that bit. We were talking about Assassin's Creed.
Oh, yeah, right.
I completely forgot.
No, like I'm not gonna include like unless like it's lacking of detail.
No,
It's funny, yeah.
my reaction was I completely forgot what we were talking about. I do not even remember.
Okay,
talking
you know
about
what? This
video
is a good segue to this. You know what a good assassin game is that I've been having fun with? It's a dead game at this point because I got it on sale.
right.
All right.
But Dishonored 2.
games. Oh,
Really?
yeah,
I'm
I
having a
hear
good
that's
time
good.
with it.
I just got Dishonored 1.
I
Is it fun?
remember.
Dishonored 1's not that great.
Oh,
I really
you,
liked
Zach.
Dishonored 1.
I liked the gameplay. The story made me furious.
Really?
Because the second you...
I don't care.
I'm going to ruin it for you.
That's fine.
The second you get into, like, the little bar or
Spoilers.
whatever,
Yeah.
and, like, the people are helping you out, I'm like, they're bad guys. Calling it right now. Hands down, they're bad guys. I was right.
Okay.
And they tried to make it like a big twist, and I'm like, no, I knew this. I knew everything that was going to happen from the first fucking level. But, like, the cool thing with Dishonored 2 is it has a good story where they weren't, like... Because when Dishonored 1 was released, it was that time where every, like,
Game was the same.
game creator where they were like, we have to have a twist. Call of Duty had a twist. We need to have a twist. So everyone was trying to make, like...
story if you don't have a twist.
Exactly. They were making really
night.
shitty twists and stuff, right? So I was expecting the twist, and then Dishonored 2. So far, I'm on like the last level, so I don't know. But there's no dumbass twist.
It was
like
a
there's
dream.
some, there's some cool like story aspects that are like, oh wow, that's cool. I like how they did that, but not like that's the complete opposite of what I expected the whole time.
I love it when that happens, though.
There's that, oh, but yeah, the whole time.
Yeah, that is like a great thing, but also like usually the more effective stories are the ones that are able to like subvert your expectations in more like subtle ways. Like you sort of think
Yeah.
it's gonna go one way, and then
Yeah.
it just
Well, that-
it goes another way, but still makes sense for the
I
story.
think the last time I experienced that was when we watched Swiss Army Man, because that one definitely had my
not seen it.
expectations like
good.
in a
Good
completely different way, and then something else happened. So,
That- That movie I was talking about while you guys were at Florida, I don't know if you saw the text, but it's called Starry Eyes,
really,
and that
I
happened
didn't
with
see
me.
the text.
It was like some weird, like, me and Caitlin were watching a movie, and we were expecting some cheesy horror movie, because that's what we wanted to see.
right.
But we didn't want it to be, like, too shitty, so, like, we, like, did our research on what was on Netflix and was like, alright, this looks decent, like, we might jump a little bit, but we'll be alright. We, started this movie called Starry Eyes, and it was great. Like, okay, not for a horror movie on Netflix, it was great.
All right,
Like, I definitely had my criticisms, but a solid, like, 7 out of 10, when usually, like, the most popular horror movies that people freak out about, I'm like, alright, 2 out of 10.
Why didn't you watch Zombievers?
Because we didn't want a comedy. We wanted, like, an actual, like,
Oh, okay.
thriller.
Yeah.
And it was good shit, and it had, like, a good, commentary, on what do you fucking call it? Hollywood and some shit.
Oh.
Like comparing
Like the film industry.
Yeah, like they were comparing big produced movies or big producers to Satan, and that was fun.
RogerEbert.com gave it a 3 out of 4, so it's a good movie. You're
Who is
vindicated.
Roger
Yeah.
Ebert?
He was a really famous movie reviewer who died of jaw cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, like he was
Okay.
like the guy who like
It's all your fault.
he had a TV show like with this guy
Siskel.
named Gene Siskel, and like they were the ones who like really kind of made movie critics more like of a thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like they were always movie critics, but now people are just like, oh, I should listen to,
Yeah.
I should like see what Siskel and Ebert said about this movie.
Now there was a face to it all.
Yeah, exactly, and that was sort of like a precursor to how it is now, where there's different like reviewer personalities.
I still need to
on
watch the
internet.
documentary about him. I hear it's really sad.
It's pretty great. I saw it like a year or two ago. It was very good.
Just to get your video game bit out of the way, what's the next one?
Oh yeah, we gotta keep going with you, me, and E3.
You
Which
need
I'm-
an E3.
Yeah, I said that. I said the name when we started the segment, and it didn't get a reaction, and that kind of disappointed me because I'm
Oh,
really
sorry.
proud of that
No,
pun.
that is a good name. We weren't paying attention.
So there's a few games like that look interesting, like A Way Out, that co-op prison escape game.
Oh, yeah.
that looks pretty interesting. That's
just
by the guys who did
Army of
Tale
Two.
of Two Brothers.
Oh. I've never played that one. I wanted to, but then I saw Willem got it, and I went, no, I don't want it.
I
Really?
played a little bit of Tales of Two
So
Brothers.
cool.
It was only because it was the fake hate I have towards Willem, and
Oh,
I guess
it was for the joke.
Yeah, it's slightly manifested into. I guess I really shouldn't buy this game if I want to solidify this.
'Cause, like, I
haven't
ha-
told anybody, but this is for me.
Because I had that moment of like, oh, what's wrong with Willem? I like Willem.
Yeah, fuck him.
But yeah, I forgot that you have that bit that you're doing with him, the long con. And then like you have the big games like Battlefront 2's coming out. I'm looking forward to the story. I was very much
Story mode?
Yeah.
Question mark.
There is
Yeah.
a story mode.
Oh, hey.
The story
Cool.
is you play as this pilot in the Imperial
Is he
Air
sexy?
Force.
Is his name Finn?
No. I don't know what her name is, but
Oh.
basically,
Her name.
yeah,
Oh, progressive.
and
Hear that?
basically,
Sexism is over.
I hope not.
EA ended sexism.
It's all done.
She's gonna have a sex scene like 2 minutes in, and then 4 minutes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But,
Get
She's
your
gonna be-
lightsaber, and
she's
she
gonna be
keisters it.
wearing a really like scantily clad clone uniform.
but
Oh, no,
basically,
absolutely.
it starts with where Return of the Jedi ends, and they say that's like the story ends like right before Force Awakens starts. So it's that like 30-year period right there,
Ooh.
which should be interesting. Like I'm intrigued by that. The thing I didn't like about the previous DICE Battlefront game was that it wasn't fun. I just kind of got really tired of it really quickly. It didn't feel like the older games felt, and it just felt like a kind of an off-brand like Battlefield game. And I'm like, this is kind of lame.
It was good for like a couple rounds
Yeah,
I
like-
had fun with it, but there wasn't enough
to keep you there.
That's
reward.
Yeah, there
wasn't enough
no-
of a
it
reward
wasn't.
system.
It wasn't of enough substance for me to keep going. Like the Star Wars brought me in. I had fun with it, and then there was really no reason for me to keep playing it past like a month or two.
Once you get past the joy of flying around a TIE fighter, eventually you're just like, all right,
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I'll
now,
go back to GTA.
yeah, I'm gonna go
Well-
fucking kill some people.
while
GTA.
it looks like for the most part the gameplay is gonna be like the same as the first one. I do like how there's gonna be a lot more content. Excuse me.
Beautiful.
There's going to be the single player. It's going to have like all three of the Star Wars eras that you can play through. The trailer that it had, I will admit, that's a pretty fucking awesome trailer. I liked how they did that. So I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued.
I mean, once again, I usually keep away from E3 just because I like to see. And this is me with movies too. I'm sure you guys have caught on. I like to see everything as like the general public sees it, and like
Right.
how the marketers actually want you to see it. You know what I mean? Like All Eyes on Me. I've known about that movie coming out for a while, but I'm I don't want to say huge Tupac fan, but I love Tupac. So like my friends would be like, "Yo, check out the All Eyes on Me trailer. You need to see this. You need to see this." And I didn't see the first trailer for it until last week, and I've known about it for months.
You see, something that I've discovered, like, you know, in the past few years that I wish more, like, you know, film majors and stuff would realize is that we are the exception of when we know about this media stuff coming out. For most people, people overestimate how much people know about this. They'll just be like, oh, that's a movie out. I guess I'll go see it.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they're not on YouTube watching movie reviews and previews for movies in 2 years. They're watching like how to break your phone with a fidget spinner.
Right.
Our
But most
generation's
people
looking
don't
at
know director names either.
Yeah, like
That's what we're saying.
that's the thing. Like I guarantee that for the most part, like
Still haven't got my fidget spinner. Huh. Hang on.
Good.
No, but
I
I
forgot
want
that
it
you
so I
were
can do
doing
some sick moves here on the podcast. Oh. Like I saw one kid do a sick fidget spinner move where he spun it real quickly and then he dipped it into his mouth and took it back out without even touching his teeth.
I thought you were going to say he blew vape smoke into it. And then I was like, I'm going to strangle you with your microphone.
There's someone out there doing that though. Like
There is.
they're
I'm sure I could
vaping
Google
and
it right now and
they're
find a
playing with
video of
fidget
it.
spinner blowing like
I
through
can
the holes.
I can guarantee you the act has been done.
Yeah.
Can you just and I guess I'll look it
Yeah,
up.
you
Someone's
can.
gonna get on my case.
I don't want to
over it.
see it.
While you here,
I
look
just
it
want.
up.
Okay.
I don't wanna see it.
No,
Bring it up.
don't listen to
No,
Josh.
listen to me.
No.
Zach,
I have a
Zachary,
very good.
Zachary.
No.
No, I'm
Zachary.
listening. I'm just
Zachary.
texting somebody. I'm just
Zachary.
texting somebody. It's actually I'm texting somebody.
Can I bring up my segment now? Speaking
Well,
of
no,
trailers,
like real quick.
Oh, okay.
I just have to say,
third time I've been denied that, but okay.
shut the fuck up.
All right.
The reason why I'm saying no, don't look up the fidget spinner thing is because I want us to have the perfect image in our mind of the perfect like middle school age douchebag.
What this kid looks like.
Of what this kid looks like.
He's wearing
because
aviators in my mind.
because whatever video we watch, it's going to be lame, but not as lame as we want it to be.
I'm seeing one of these.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
While Liam's setting up, I just want to
Oh.
Like I see him wearing his hat like that, where it's
exactly.
just like
Yeah.
you have to balance it on your head all day, like da da da. That's not even doing
Brooks, I
anything.
want you to know I did lie to you. I did look it up, but I am.
don't want to see it. I want that image in my head.
Let me. Can I just give you the title of the video?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
The title of the video: Fidget Spinner Vape Tricks (parentheses Join the Army).
Join the army.
Join the army? What
Wait,
fucking
like
army?
the American
Okay,
army
you
or
want
the
me to show you
fidget
the
spinner
thumbnail?
army?
That's the thumbnail.
That exceeded my expectations.
Yeah, you see?
Okay, all right,
all
show
right.
it to me. Oh, okay.
That man's like older than us. Like that man is some kind of hardcore.
Is
Let's
he,
make money off disabled children
Dear
kind of
Lord.
motherfucker.
Oh my
Lord.
god!
Is he? Representing the Vape Nation National
I don't.
Guard?
If I look too much into it, then it's going to be ruined for me. So just
Yeah.
seeing this video and the thumbnail.
That we
that's
are all.
enough.
Zach, we are on the precipice. We are looking into the abyss, and the abyss is looking right back at
I
us.
I just like seeing the shaved sides of the head, so
Yeah.
I know he's got a man bun.
I
Like,
like to,
he's got a man bun.
I like to
going
think it's
on.
an actual ad for like the United States Army. Like right at the end, he's like, "I'd like to thank my sponsor, the U.S. Coast Guard. Thanks for helping out."
Learn to fidget, learn to spin, learn to kill brown people.
This has been a part of their. Fucking
That was on
goddamn.
E3.
Speaking of which, Call of.
No,
I wrote it down. Call of Dudes. Because I care so little about it.
Call
as
of
a
Duty.
skeleton.
Call of Duty is a part of this. Have any of you guys noticed a
Is
problem?
this your rant?
Yes, it's very quick. Has anyone else noticed any problems with video game commercials? Whereas it's literally just like a 3D animated movie and then tells you absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I hate it.
I hate that so
That's-
much.
Can you give me an
That's
example?
like the fucking no, not Overwatch. What the fuck is it called? Well, first off, Call of Duty does this. Assassin's Creed does this, except for with the Egyptian trailer. They actually had gameplay footage.
Well, Josh, you have to realize that thing's been like
Battlefront did it.
That's
real
been
bad.
fucking around like since forever.
Let's stop it, Brooks. Together. We
It's
have
just
to kill a
just
man.
basically they're just taking a cutscene and
Yeah.
just like making it like a trailer.
But are people honestly still like just falling for that and then just buying them?
well,
the game
for people who like
Think of
you
a
know
12-year-old.
then?
Yes.
For like the Call of Duty
We
Assassin's
literally-
Creed main group.
Right. The guy who's doing the fidget spinner and blowing vape smoke. That's for him. Through the fidget spinner. That's for him.
No, Josh, we
Brought to you by the
were
US
literally
Army.
having this conversation just a minute ago. There's small percentage of people who's just like, this is bullshit. Where's the gameplay? And then a majority of people are like, oh, that
Yeah.
looks neat. I'll try that out.
Okay.
Or like, yeah, like
Well,
most
then I
people
wanna die.
Most
Then I
people
wanna die.
just don't care. They just don't care if it looks cool. They'll get it.
Bethesda used to be pretty bad with that until Prey. Like they would always do that with the
Prey
Fallout
is
games.
phenomenal. I was just
Is
playing
it?
I was playing
You
it.
were
at
playing it?
Yeah, I was playing it over.
Question,
phones.
because I saw this briefly because I know it's by the same people that did Dishonored. Is it in the same universe? Because I've read that somewhere.
I have no idea.
Okay.
No.
I read
don't
somewhere
believe-
that's in like, the
that's-
same universe.
That
with
would
a
not.
1,000 years between it or something.
Now, to be fair, I've only played it for about like an hour and a half, but so far this hour and a half, the only, I guess, gripe I have is that there's not enough inventory space for me to hoard every item I want.
Well,
I
that
like that.
could be like a deliberate like game design.
Well, yeah, and it is.
They
And
did
you
that
can,
on
you
purpose.
can you can upgrade your inventory like twice. There's like a whole upgradability thing I love. Just the way the monsters are, they're called mimics, and they will just like skitter across the floor like, oh fuck, I saw one, and then there will be like 2 water bottles right next to each other or something like that, and you'll go,
Wait a minute.
why, that's one of them, and then you pull out your wrench and you're like, fuck nah, and you just beat both of them until one of them morphs and like, ah, it's this one.
That sounds really fun.
It's
Only
great.
'cause
It's
I'm-
supposed to be a horror game. I don't feel it.
Only because I'm out of the loop. Prey, is that game with like robotic dinosaurs?
No.
Okay,
That's-
never mind.
that's-
It's
Horizon.
it's
Yeah.
one where
Never
Horizon
mind.
also looks fun.
it's one where imagine Dead Space, but more science.
Oh,
It's meant
I know
to be-
exactly. We talked about this before.
yeah,
Prey,
Dead
okay.
Space, BioShock.
Right.
It's meant to be like a sort of spiritual successor to System Shock,
Yeah.
which is what BioShock was
Real fun.
as well.
Real
So,
fun.
Yeah.
A lot of real fun. Brooks, before you keep going through the games, the one that's Odyssey, you know which one I'm talking about. Don't say the rest of the title because I want to show
That's-
Liam the trailer.
That's for last. Like
Okay.
I'm saving that for last.
Don't say the full name because I want to show Liam the trailer first, and then
That's that game where you just explore the underwater, right?
yeah. So don't tell him what the rest is.
Yeah, I won't tell. Okay, so yeah, you got other big things like the Spider-Man game looks neat.
Yeah.
Like that
It's
should
gonna
be fun.
flop like all the others.
Well, yeah,
I'm
there's
calling it.
like
But did
ever
you see
since
the gameplay of it?
I don't need to.
I saw the
it looks
gameplay.
nice. It looks nice.
It
It's
looks
by
like
the
Dark Knight.
it's by Insomniac.
Okay.
The Ratchet and Clank
it,
people.
it looks like Arkham City, but during the day.
Yeah.
Well, Insomniac's
Oh, okay.
done some shit. I can't think of anything off the top of
Alright.
my head.
But no, yeah, they've made bad
I mean,
games.
there was a bad Ratchet and Clank game. There was a couple of them.
Yeah.
I played every
So,
single one.
so it's not like a guarantee.
They still got your money. They won.
But yeah,
It's great.
I think it can be neat. I'm not too interested in it because like I already played the good Spider-Man game, Spider-Man 2, back when it came out. So
I like Spider-Man 3.
Spider-Man 3, the game,
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3.
He seems
Wow.
so taken aback.
Yes.
No, I'm just okay. So to be fair,
Then again, I was also like 13, not even.
To be
so
fair.
fucking fight me.
I played Spider-Man 3 and I really liked it a lot, but it was the PSP version. I never actually played the full game version. The full game version I only know for that infamous cutscene of when you fail the QuickTime event.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember,
I don't remember that.
Oh my fucking god.
Maybe I didn't fail it.
Oh my fucking god,
We've got
Liam.
some visual.
Brooks
things.
is bringing it up right now.
I'm bringing it up. Here, Zach, you can talk about some.
But I didn't even like care about the story or anything. I just like swinging from fucking.
Well, yeah,
Because that was the first game I played that was like completely free reign of goddamn New York City.
I think.
And then I played Prototype.
yeah.
Dude, Prototype is great.
Prototype is cool.
I wish.
I never played Prototype.
Prototype 2 kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Didn't
But
feel right.
the thing with me being a nervous boy is when I played Prototype and like it got farther into the game and like it became harder and I couldn't just enjoy the city. I just had to be constantly running or attacking. So I'm like, I don't like this as much.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I beat the game and then I started the New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Where there's like, and I just didn't do any of the story missions. So like the entire city was mine. There was no like
Really?
corruption or anything. I had all my powers. So I was just running around fucking people
Oh, I
up.
should have done that.
It was fun.
Anyway, you
Okay.
finding it, Brooks?
So yeah, so Zach, the you can talk about this for a bit while I bring up this specific clip. The next thing I have on the list is I wrote down as the Final Fantasy VR thing where you get to fish.
Okay, so it's a Final Fantasy 15 add-on DLC kind of thing where you just strap on your VR headset. Now you can fish with the boys.
Ooh,
That's it. It's just fishing.
cool.
There's no combat. There's no extra story. It's just crack open a cold with the boys. Let's go fishing.
This is that game Odyssey.
No,
That's Final Fantasy.
this is Final Fantasy.
Sorry, I was fixing my computer.
Okay,
Okay,
hold on.
good.
I'm gonna now that the thing is starting, I'm gonna show Liam the trailer for Odyssey.
Brooks,
Are you sure? Okay, yeah.
see how I fixed my computer real quick. There we go. All fixed. All good to go.
I'm looking at Sarah Barthel. Okay. This gives me time to look up the Spider-Man 3.
And we'll be right back.
You know,
While we were like not recording, I showed Liam the Spider-Man 3 cutscene.
And that's what his response
That was his reaction.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was pretty goofy.
Okay, after the Final Fantasy thing, my next one I wrote down is Skyrim again, but worse because it's VR.
What?
Yeah, and they have.
I knew people were pissed off at Bethesda for some, but I didn't know what it was going to be.
Yeah, it's they have Skyrim for VR. Just as VR is.
Do I have to rebuy it, or can it at least just be an update for
I
on
think
PS4?
it's an update.
Okay.
Or is
you
it-
do have to rebuy it if you want to play it on the Switch, which was their other announcement.
I don't give a fuck
Yeah,
if that's on the Switch.
but that's not it. If it's on the Switch, you get a Legend of Zelda mod for free.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I have my PS4
You can get a
version.
Legend of Zelda mod for free on every other platform.
Yep, but as long as you mod it. This one
version that they're
Probably.
releasing.
It's their new console. It's the Project Scorpio thing. You know what I'm talking about? So
So,
it's their new Xbox One.
yeah.
They just call it the Xbox One X, and if you abbreviate it, it's Xbox.
Oh.
I just remember when Nick and Griffin were doing their Cool Games Inc. for E3. There was a game suggested to them where it's just like you release Xbox One X, Xbox One S, and then they release the Xbox One E. Collect all three for a fun joke for your friends to impress your friends.
It's sex.
I get it.
I didn't find out about this until I was like doing the research today. Age of Empires, the first one's getting a full fucking remake coming out, and I'm like, yeah,
That's
excited
only
for that.
Brooks who cares.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm just excited for Cuphead.
Oh yeah, Cuphead is pretty cool. That's the game that's Imagine Castle Crashers, except drawn as a 1920s cartoon.
Oh, I
like
saw
every
that.
frame is hand
Oh
drawn.
yeah, no, I've seen that.
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen
really
that.
cool. And then there's the sequel to Shadows of Mordor. Looks really
Yeah.
cool.
That was a good Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
That was.
I like
What is it? It's not Shadow of Mordor.
Shadow of War is what they're
Shadow
calling
of
it.
War. That's right.
I like the direction they're going with the Nemesis system, which is now you can recruit people to your army and everything. There's this scene which I like where there's this guy named Bruce, who he fights and then he recruits them, and there's a moment of when he's like really dramatically, like he goes into like the wraith form, and the guy like grabs his face and like really dramatic, he's like, "You serve the Lord of Light now," and then like he takes the hand off, and like the black goes away, and then like there's just a moment, and then this giant orc guy's just like, "Lord of Light, Lord of Dark, same thing, really." I'm like, okay, I'm looking forward to this. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
And like literally, you like choose lieutenants to like help fight you along with an army of like your sieging castles and stuff.
That's
It
awesome.
looks really cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Still need to beat the first one.
Same. I got halfway
Same.
through it.
Like there was a certain point when I stopped playing the story just because I liked interacting with the
Yeah.
Nemesis system
Yeah.
so much.
That's
I
all
just
right.
did that.
No, I beat it. Never mind.
All I did was beat like the first world or whatever it was, and then there was like, "Hey, you got a whole nother part." I'm like,
Yeah.
"I just 100% of the last place. Let me
Yeah.
take a break."
Well, with the game, there's plenty of times where games like that, where there's a bunch of side stuff and things to collect, where I get like 100% on the side stuff and things to collect, that the story missions aren't even fun anymore.
Yeah.
And you're just going through like a god amongst men, just destroying everything and anything.
And it's great.
Yeah, that's essentially any Elder Scrolls game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So eventually I just kind of get bored with it, and I'm like, well, you know. Boop, boop, boop.
So the last game is the one that you
The
were
Odyssey
referring
game.
to.
The
Yeah,
Odyssey.
the Odyssey game.
Yeah, here, let me just you want to just pause it real quick while I show
Is
you
it-
guys the trailer?
Yeah, we will be right back after Liam has viewed the trailer.
Is it Mario Odyssey?
No.
Oh, then I don't care.
I like how we're like, think of it. We're gonna get a good Sonic game. It just had to be Mario first in order to happen.
So you can capture people.
Ah.
Get it? It's a hack. Okay.
I don't want it anymore.
Just for that joke.
Took fucking Mario long enough to do this.
I'm really pumped for this one. And this was pretty much the winner of E3.
You mean VR Skyrim?
Yeah, I know, right?
If that is just like a $10 update for the current game, I'm definitely gonna get it once I get my VR set for PS4.
Oh, you're gonna VR set for PS4?
I'd like to once it goes down in price.
The other day.
When that shit.
Okay, so you can start recording it.
Okay.
When did you stop recording?
Like right before you brought your phone out, or started playing it.
Okay,
Now
yeah.
we're recording.
So yeah, it was Sonic, not Sonic.
it was
It's a new Sonic game.
It was Super Mario Odyssey, and for me, being someone who is like a huge Sonic Adventures fan ever since he was 5 years old, it just looks like Sonic
Yeah,
Adventures.
you're not
to me.
wrong at all. Yeah, like they have a song, and they go to the real world too.
Yeah,
with
they
people.
go to the real world, and there's weird. We talked about this in another episode
Yeah,
where
we
there's just
did.
normal anime people walking next to
See,
Sonic.
I don't know how to feel about that. You guys are pumped. I
Yeah.
don't know
'Cause
if
it's-
it's going to be fun or not.
Well, like
Well,
most.
I think it'll have good gameplay because it's Nintendo.
Yeah,
but
pretty-
like
pretty
I
much
just,
every Mario game
I'm
is
just
fun.
like I don't. What?
It's a weird level of self-aware. Like, why
Yeah.
can't you make the other people look like the?
Well, it's only
goofy-ass
the. It
Mario?
looks like to me the hub world is like that, but then the rest of the worlds are goofy Mario worlds.
Yeah,
Okay.
and like the
Like
way that
Sonic Adventures.
Yeah,
the
except
way
this is a
that
good Sonic adventure.
they've been describing it is like, think of like if you put like the Mario galaxies and like some of the like the newer like like 3D World and all that kind of stuff. You put that on like one line of like gameplay design, and then on the other line of gameplay design you have Mario 64 and Mario Sunshine. They're saying that Mario Odyssey is more on the line with 64 and Sunshine than like Galaxy and 3D World and all that stuff.
Sunshine was pretty good. I mean, for its time. I don't know if
I
you
like
like it.
Sunshine. Sunshine was fun.
I did too.
I'm not big on Nintendo games. They take a while to really capture me.
Oh, okay.
I love Mario.
You're the
Where are we at time wise?
We're at an hour, but we had that whole jizz and coffee bit that I recorded, so we can record like another 5 minutes.
That can be kept.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up this episode.
This episode, which will be titled "You, Me, and E3." So yeah.
What's that? What you looking at?
Time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's a Hotline Miami.
So yeah, we can just yeah. For those listening at home, we're gonna be recording 2 episodes today because like we're gonna be going on vacation over the next few weeks. So yeah,
Podcast work is very tiring.
It is.
we can take a break between episodes and then get right into the next one.
Sounds good.
So yeah, so doing the sign off now. Well, not the sign off, but the plugs.
All
We upload the episodes every Monday night on SoundCloud, and you can subscribe on iTunes. Leave a rating and a review. That helps us out a lot. That's the easiest way to keep up to date with the show. We also put the episodes up on YouTube, on the YouTube channel 100 Years Productions. You can like, comment, subscribe there, give us feedback. If you just want to talk to us, tell us like what you think of the show, or just want a shout out, Brooks and Zach 100 Years at gmail.com. Email us. That's the easiest way to reach us and talk to us. You can also follow us on Facebook, 100 Years Productions, that Facebook page, or Twitter at 100 Years Pod. All of these things are going to be in the description of this episode. We also have individual Twitters if you want to follow any of us specifically. I am at Squeezy McCheesy. Zach is
Brave Snuggles.
Yes. Liam is at Lambwall. Josh is at Barrett Films.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
My Instagram is Dr. Goomba.
All right, so you want me to do the same sign off as always?
Yeah, just do the same sign off you always
It's
do.
gonna be weird with a different mic. I hope it picks up the same way as it always does.
Just get real close to it.
Yeah, I got you.
Put your tongue into it.
I don't want to do that.
Well, the microphone wants you to do it.
You go outside and you look up at the rain. It's coming down pretty hard this time. You open your mouth and you feel each individual droplet hit your tongue, each one gathering. As it gathers, you can feel life forming in your mouth. Once your mouth fills up, you spit it out and watch as a new boy is born before you. And that boy looks at you with big eyes. You decide not to look directly at him and collect water in your mouth again. As you do it, he tugs at your shoulder, wondering, why? Why? And you look at him, and with a mouth full of water, you say, Brooks and Zach, 100 years. All right, thanks for listening.
That's what cum coffee does.
See ya.